So it's been a week since 8/9, and I've had like a week of processing Queer Taylor, or like everything that went down on 8/9 at the SoFi Stadium, and like all of the discourse that's followed it. And I just want to share some of my thoughts. So, first, there was something about August 9th that, like I said, gave me permission to listen to the songs through a queer lens, which I was sort of half-heartedly doing, but also like, is this queer baiting? And like, wasn't really letting like my heart into it. And this week, I'm like, stop holding back. Just like, let yourself hear this as a queer person. And now I'm like, what else could be going on with these songs? Like, how could New Romantics not be about Stonewall? And like, how is Maroon not about Carly Kloss? And I mean, it's actually like every song now. I'm like really confused. I'm like, Long Live is obviously about being queer and what happens if somebody goes their separate ways and into like a hetero facing relationship. Like everything that I'm hearing at this point sounds like deeply queer. The Great War, you name it. I'm just like, my queer heart is like kind of like, oh my God, like letting myself feel the things that she's saying. But like then what's happening as a result of that is a couple of things. One, I'm like, oh my God, has she been in love with Carly Kloss this entire time? And all of these heartbreaking songs are about a woman who married a man, and not just a man, but a Kushner, and then had two kids with him. And that is the kind of heartbreak that Taylor Swift has been living with, because I can't take that. Like, that feels unbearable to me. And she seems like happy and okay in her concerts, but like, if you were in love with a woman who left, or you broke up with, or whatever happened, and she's like that much in a marriage with a man, I don't know how your heart can feel okay. And so now I'm just like in this terrible sadness around what she's doing with her feelings. I've also been thinking a lot about just sort of like the trope of coming out, and how it is a trope, and like, no, Taylor Swift does not have to come out. At this point, I believe that she has demonstrated that she's a student enough of queer theory, queer history, queer literature to like, I don't know, even if she's queer baiting, like get a big fucking A in class. That said, I'm like, I think she knows more about how dangerously homophobic this country is than a lot of us do. And I say that having like living in a city, feeling pretty safe in my queerness, and like spending just one weekend in a really small town in America, um, this summer, and needing to leave like immediately because I knew my family like was not okay. And I feel like all the people who are like, why isn't she coming out, are not considering like what she really knows about the ugliness and threat associated with coming out and being that famous, and how much risk she'd be putting herself at for overtly saying it. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. I do feel like she's overtly said it. So I'm not trying to like adhere to some coming out trope where she would have to be like, I am gay. Yep, I'm gay, like Ellen, like on the cover of Newsweek. But I think she's playing it safe to save not just her career, but like her life. And I mean also the lives of the people at the concerts. And I think it's because of the level of threat that she's aware of that's out there, because she's traveled this country and she's seeing it really, really clearly, and knows that things are just getting increasingly dangerous. And if that is sort of what she's telling herself, or what she's doing, or whatever, um, I feel sad about that too. Like, there's something about a week having passed since 8/9 where there's something about the sadness of this entire thing, and like the screaming of these songs that are really like about what we should be crying about, like deep, deep pain, heartache, sorrow, secrets, hiding, the down low. And it just, it's not that it's not still fun, like it's super fun. I'm having the best time with this. It's just hitting me deeply. Um, it's hitting me much more deeply. And I'm letting in more pain around queerness via Taylor Swift this week, that I now have space for, that I think she's created. And I hope you guys are in that too. I hope that this isn't all just like silly, like, what do they call it? Egg, Easter eggs. Like, this isn't just Easter eggs. This is like how do I make myself known and seen and stay alive at the same time? And also, my heart is broken, by the power and gravity of heterosexuality that I lost somebody to.